All right, the game just finished. Leafs win 5-4 in a shootout against the Ottawa Senators. They had a 4-2 lead. They almost blew it. Matt Murray, I don't know how many shots he faced, 50 something. Um, it was good. I got the highlights now coming here with Alex Kerfoot right when he was going. It was at the ninth round, and I'm like, well, he's not scored, is he? God, he hadn't scored in 23 games, and he just holds and slides at 5-hole. Of course, of course. Um, Leafs win 5-4. Um, let's get into it. McCabe scores. I think it might have been his first as a Leaf to make it 1-0. Then Gauthier scores on a tip that was not really a tip, that went way in the air and dropped behind Matt Murray and in, which was insane. It was really weird. Amazing, though, I guess. You're like, what the hell just happened? And Murray's like, what the I think it was the same reaction here for me. And then what happened? What was the second goal? Stützle scores shorthanded. That sucked. So the top line was out there, and then the second unit came out. They gave up the shorties, and then the top line goes back out, and Mitch Marner scores. It's nice to see him shooting. He scores on the glove side against Sogard, who is, I think it's Sogard, who's like 6'11". I don't know how tall he is, 6'7" or something like that. Just massive in there. Like Matt Murray looks massive because he wears like the biggest equipment known to man, but Sogard is huge, and we saw it in the shootout. Anyway, so then that made it 2-2. And then Yarncroke scores with a slap shot from an Austin Matthews pass, makes it 3-2. And then he snipes it to make it 4-2 after, another Austin Matthews pass. And then, of course, Brady Tkachuk scores to make it 4-3. Batherson fans on it, goes to Tkachuk, and he scores. And then DeBrincat scores, but it was called off because it was offside. Well done, Keith. 6 for 6 this year on those calls because, the tech guys know what the hell they're doing. But then 10 seconds left. Poor McCabe. This happened before. He goes to block the shot, and it goes to Tkachuk. Murray's going the other way. Tkachuk scores with 10.1 seconds to go to make it 4-4. Overtime, Murray was huge. Stop Stützle on a breakaway. Tkachuk had a great shot that rang off the bar, but it hits Murray first. Then we go to the shootout, where you're like, wow, Murray is not very fluid in the net, but somehow he's just making it work. He's just kind of there. Leafs get the early lead in the shootout, and then Ottawa gets their goals, and we go to the ninth round and Kerfoot. But like Willie Nylander on his backhand goal, I was like, ooh, that's nice. Then Matthews does the same. Then Mitch Marner gets robbed. And then I was like, okay, we're going through. No one's going backhand again. And then finally, Ottawa had the lead, and it was up to Bunting, his first shootout, and he goes to the backhand. I'm like, the backhand's working. Maybe we should do it. And then they continue to not, and they don't have to worry about it because Kerfoot scores. 5-4. Murray gives up another 4 goals. However, he faced a plethora of shots, and he made some huge saves tonight. Was he great? Well, let's break down the goals he let in. We don't have to worry about the Leafs, in my opinion, from the Leafs anyway. Yarncroke should be on a line with Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews. When O'Reilly comes back and when Achari comes back, he's that guy that can just fit in and go. So I think he'd fit perfectly with them. And then you can push Bunting down in the lineup if you need, or, Bunting's there with them, and then if you need a change up, boom, just plug in, play Yarncroke, and the line's it's not gonna be detrimental to the line. He's just run and gun. I'm gonna go, and he can obviously shoot. And Austin Matthews finding him. He's got one hell of a shot. But let's talk about the goals for Ottawa against Matt Murray, because that's gonna be the big thing. Samsonov is definitely the clear number one. Murray number 2. Samsonov didn't dress tonight. It was Joseph Wall. McMahon did get in. He didn't do much, but he wasn't gonna play much anyway. We knew this. Simmons, same thing. It was just back-to-back. You could tell the Leafs were tired because they got like doubled up in shots almost. However, Matt Murray, first goal, complete and utter fluke. Shorthanded goal. I'm going to say that's fine. Like, it's a shooter against a goalie. You know, people say, well, you got to have that. But Stützle's good, and he had him in overtime, and he made that big save in overtime. Let that one in. Retribution there, and he stopped him in the shootout. So I'll give him that. Third one, he was gathered there for Batherson. Kachuk's just there. I'm gonna be again not much. And then the fourth one, Yeah, he overplayed it. 100% overplayed that and committed, and he committed hard. Kachuk very cleverly just snuck behind McCabe there. So the fourth one, he definitely want back because he wasn't even in the net. He wasn't. Well, I guess he was in the net. He was just way on the other side. Um, but I think he played a great game. He did. I'm going to say great. You know, last time he played a good game. I think he played a great game here versus the Ottawa Senators. Um, Ottawa and Toronto is always like a chaotic game, isn't it? And I freaking love it. I hate it. Like my heart's just boom, 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 boom. But I do love it. Imagine, just wait. We're like Ottawa. You could be there this year, but you're like a year away. Maybe next year you could have a Leafs Sens first round matchup, second. Like you know what I mean? Oh, would that be chaos? Like roller coaster of emotions for definitely Leafs fans and Sens fans because the games are always absolutely bonkers, as this one was, but hella entertaining for a Saturday night. Um, what did you think of the game? Geo sat. He got some rest finally. Hall played, Shem played, Liljegren played. Then you had Brody, Riley, and McCabe. I think Geo goes in there, and then I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. The 7D. I do like it if they're gonna go 11-7 that you have Shen and Hall in and out. But who knows? That's what the final dozen games are for, I guess. Hopefully a half dozen just to figure out what you're gonna do. But you're gonna need other guys in just in case there are injuries. They do need to play some games, right? Like you can't just throw them in there like Simmons tonight, where he hasn't played since like the 1st of February. It's let's say like the 17th of March, 18th of March, 18th of March. Like that's hard. You can't do that, especially in the playoffs. Like remember against was it Columbus that Johnson didn't play for ages and they took out Roberts and put him in. Like don't do something silly like that. So hopefully they find their core group that they're going to use, but obviously you can mix and match throughout it. But I just want some stability in the lineup somewhere. And I guess we're not really going to really get that because O'Reilly won't come back until like what the final game or two of the season. Anyway, who cares? Leafs win. They get another 2 points, a big 2 points, and I have no idea what happened with Tampa Bay and Montreal, but I'll have to check after this. Probably should check before. Leafs are up by 3 points going into tonight, so either they're still up by 3, they're up by 4, or they're up by 5. Who knows? But hope everyone's weekend is going well, and Leafs win. Go Leafs, go. See you next time.